guys, so just before we get into the tutorial for today, I wanted to remind you guys about my Premier Yarns referral link, which can be found in the description box below. For anybody out there who is planning on making a Premier Yarns order, if you happen to use my referral link, I will get 10% commission off of that order. And it is hugely appreciated. I love Premier Yarns. There's not been very many yarns that they've come out with that I didn't care for. I think off the top of my head, only one. So if you're not familiar with Premier Yarns, definitely go check their website out, and hopefully you guys will use my referral link, because it does go to supporting the channel. It goes to some of it goes to my medications, goes to pay some of my bills, and I super appreciate it. So anyways, guys, I will see you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Adrienne, and Kiwi is my Indian ringneck. Now it's been a while, but I am slowly working my way through this book called The New Crochet Stitch Dictionary. And like I said, it's been a very long time since I have put a stitch tutorial out. I apologize for Kiwi. But that's what we're going to do today. We are going to be working on stitch number 46, which is on page 26. Last stitch that we did was called the separated boxes. This stitch that we're going to be working on today, don't you do it, is called the textured lattice stitch. So since I do have some free time, I'm going to try to get a couple of these videos made up and scheduled out for those of you that do follow my channel regularly. I do apologize that I have not had any content, and I apologize for Kiwi's poor behavior. But yeah, I am going to go ahead and link where you can get this book in the description box below, for anybody that's interested. So let's just jump on into it. So to start off, you're going to need, stop it. That book holder is not hurting you. You're going to need to chain an even number plus 1. So I already have 19 chained here. For those of you that are interested, I am just using my 5.5mm Kiwi hook. This was a custom order from an Etsy shop. I'll link her shop down in the description box below if you guys want to check her out. She does some gorgeous work. All of this is hand sculpted, and then you can choose from a Susan Bates, a boy, or a clover tip. This happens to be a clover tip. So yeah, I will link that in the description box below in case you guys want to check her shop out. Like I said, she does fabulous work. This one was a custom job, which Kiwi has already gotten a hold of a couple of times. So anyways, yeah, to start off the textured lattice stitch, you're going to need to chain an even number plus 1. And for row 1, we are just going to be placing single crochets all the way across, starting in the second chain from the hook. Okay, so for row 2, we're going to chain up 3 and we're going to turn our work. This first stitch here we're going to go ahead and skip, and we're going to be working into this second stitch and the third stitch, and the stitch that we're going to be working is called a single crochet 2 together plus extension. Now I did some research on this particular stitch and could not find anything on it. I will throw up on the screen what the abbreviation is in this book in case you do run across it, but I am contemplating doing maybe like a short stitch tutorial on how to work this stitch just by itself, because I did not find any I couldn't find any resources on how to work this stitch in video form. So, and it was definitely one that I really wish that I had you know, like a video to be sure that I'm doing it correctly. But anyways, you're going to go into this second stitch here of your row, and you're going to draw up a loop, and then you're going to go into the next stitch, you're going to draw up a loop, and then you're going to yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And basically it is a single crochet decrease. It starts out as a single crochet decrease. And then there's an extension, I guess, is what they call it. Anyways, we're going to chain 1, and I'm going to show you again with the next 2 stitches. We're going to go in like a regular single crochet decrease to these next 2 stitches and draw up a loop for them. Then we're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we're going to chain 1. And again, I'll show you a third time. We're going to go into the next stitch, draw up a loop, into the next stitch, draw up a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Then we're going to yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. That completes the single crochet together with extension, and we'll chain 1. And we're going to work that all the way across until we have only 1 single crochet left to work into. So you can see here I've got 1 single crochet. I'm going to go ahead and chain 1. In this last single crochet, what we are going to be placing is what is called an elongated single crochet. So we're going to go in like we are doing a regular single crochet. We're going to yarn over and draw up a loop. Then we're going to yarn over, pull through 1, then yarn over, pull through 2, and that gives us the elongated single crochet. So for row 3, we're just going to chain 1 and turn our work. Now everywhere that you see a chain 1 space, everywhere that we did a chain 1 space, we're going to be placing a single crochet into. So we're just going to skip everything and jump right into that chain 1 space right there. We're going to place 2 single crochets, and we're going to skip all of this, jump into the next chain 1 space and place 2 single crochets, and we're going to do that all the way down the row. So down here is where we started with the chain 3 in the previous row, and again right here we are going to be placing 2 single crochets just around the chain space. So this is actually the back. This is what the back looks like, and this is what the front looks like. So I'm gonna work up a couple more rows so I can show you guys what this looks like as a swatch. This is only a 2-row repeat, so you're only repeating rows 2 and 3. Like I said, I will meet back up with you here momentarily to show you guys what it looks like as a swatch and give you my thoughts on this stitch. Alright guys, so I am back. Now this is the front of my swatch and this is the back. So this was a super easy stitch to work up. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It works because it's so easy. It works up very quickly. Now I do like it's very textured, especially on the back. Like I really like these little bars here. And in fact, I really like the back probably better than I like the front. I could totally see this being maybe a fall type of a sweater. It does have a little bit, you know, it's kind of an open stitch, but at the same time, it's got these little bars that go through the center of those lattices or those boxes, whatever you want to call them. And really, you could use this stitch on either side. If you wanted to make a fall sweater with this side, which is the front, on the outside, you could. If you wanted to do it this way, it would give you, you know, I feel like a little bit more of a textured look. But I really like this stitch. It works up very quickly, and it's a very easy 2-row repeat. I could definitely see myself doing a fall sweater out of this stitch. You can see here at the bottom how my stitches were a little bit looser, and then as I got more comfortable working the stitch, my stitches got a little bit tighter and a little bit cleaner. You know, down here they're kind of a little bit wonky, you know. Same on the back. You can tell on the back, like they're a little bit wonky here on the back, but as I got more comfortable up here, they are a little bit more uniform. But that is the textured lattice stitch. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I really like it. You know, I mean, if you've worked it, definitely let me know what you made out of it. If you have pictures of that item, maybe you guys can show it on my community page. I don't remember what it's called now. I think they changed the name. But, you know, you guys can post pictures and whatnot to my channel of your work that you guys have done. So anyways, that is it for this week's Stitch of the Week. And I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.